Welcome back to another episode of This Old Boat. In this week's video update, we're going to attempt to try and fit this new piece of plywood that we cut out. We're going to check fit that and see how it goes. And you know how it goes. Things don't always work out the way we hope they would. And in this case, we run into a bit of a snag. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on here. What's the holdup?
Wow. That's actually a screw. Screw coming through up on the upper deck. I wonder what's up there.
Hopefully it works. I think we're pretty good. So I'm happy with that. This is going to be a nice fit. We pretty much have what we want. A little bit of experience from working on the galley side paid off this time. After we got that all sorted out, it was time to remove those two pieces of scrap wood back there just forward of the bulkhead. Need to get those out. We're going to make some new ones. Alright, so we went ahead and put on our first coat of bilge coat paint. Better than the bare fiberglass. Went ahead and prepped our panel that's going to go in there. A heavy coat of penetrating epoxy on it. On both sides, edges, ends, everything. So it's totally sealed, so moisture can't get in it. And then it slides into place. After that, it was time to take those two pieces of scrap wood that we removed just forward of the bulkhead and make those into one piece. So that's what we're going to do now. Get ready to cut that out. So if you like this sort of thing, we hope you watch the video all the way through. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. I hope you like it. Welcome back to another exciting and thrill-filled adventure with DIY Nautical Dream. Okay, maybe that was a little over the top. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next video started.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the skies are.
Hi guys, welcome back to the new episode of This Old Boat. And if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. And please watch our video from the very beginning up until the end. Perfect!
In case you missed it in last week's video update, we had some leaks going on in the aft head. Luckily we're avoiding working on this right now, but we're dangerously close to that department. Oh no! At some point we will be working in that neighborhood. Whatever. Good times here. It's all part of the fun right here, people. No matter how tight we made it, it was not going to stop leaking. So it was good to get that out of there and replaced. Alright, so we can take that job off the things to do list. With that task complete, we were able to pull a job off the list on the wall. That doesn't happen very often. So if you missed last week's video update, please go back and check it out. Hope you like it.
Is it recording? Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Rich.
Together,
we make DIY Nautical Dream.
Oh, 100 episode, Danny.
Oh yeah, this is our 100th episode. Can you believe it? So soon already?
Oh,
Man.
wow.
One time we're getting monetized, the next time we got our 100th episode out.
And next we'll have our 100 patrons or 100 paying members. Wow,
I
good
will
job.
just be waiting for that. Fingers crossed, then we can retire.
So this week's episode, we're gonna be test fitting the new forward section of replacement plywood.
It'll be nice to get that fitted and see what kind of work we have to do to it and see how it turns out, what it looks like with a new section, what it looks like in there.
And we will paint the inside and the overhead.
That's where Baby wants to store her shoes. I don't know if we're going to be able to make a doorway for that or not, but sure is a lot of room up in there for a couple hundred pairs of shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so we'll get that painted and just to make it look nicer.
And we will remove the scrap wood at the bulkhead section.
Oh yeah, we want to get that junk out of there and make a new piece for it. So
we're going to take it home and that will be your project.
Oh yeah, a little bit of homework. And then another thing we want to do is after we get that forward section, that forward panel fitting just the way we want it, then we're going to coat it with penetrating epoxy. And then once that cures, we'll go ahead and put a couple coats of the white bilge coat paint on there, just on the top side. It'll protect it from any moisture getting in there.
All right, so stay tuned, guys. We're going to show you our update this week's video. Seems like we got going on again.
Oh yeah, we always have a lot going on, so that's good. Forward progress. All right, so we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Stay tuned.
All right, we have our first piece of overhead plywood roughly, and I do mean roughly cut. We're going to have to do a lot of trimming and sanding and everything to get this to fit. Let's see how it looks for the first time going in. See how close we are or are not to making this fit. Let's see here.
Seems like we need to trim some of that old fiberglass out of the way. But it's not too bad of a fit for the first try. We could probably trim the nose off here a little bit. Round that over. Alright. I think we need to do something about this area right here. We need to sand that a little bit because actually, wow, that's actually a screw coming through up on the upper deck. I wonder what's up there. Huh. I'll take the Dremel to that and see if we can grind it down a little bit. That's gonna impede our fitment. Alright, we'll do that and then come back to trimming on the wood a little bit more.
Alright, we are going to check, fit this. Hopefully it works. We look like we have a pretty good fit already. I could bevel the top side of this where it touches the structure up here. I could kind of taper that back a little bit. Otherwise, man, I think we're pretty good. We're going to draw our outline on here. I just want to see how much I have hanging out on the other side of the tab. How much engagement we have here. I think that looks pretty good. Feels like a nice, good fit. Alright, now let's see if we can get it out. Goes in and out a little bit easier now that we trimmed that screw that was hanging down. So we had a screw coming through the structure right here. So I'm not sure what's going on the top side, if we have access to that or not. We almost matched the original line of the plywood that was up here before we took it out. So, all right, so this shows how much the tabs up here are overlapping the plywood. So I'm happy with that. We have really good, this is gonna be a nice fit. Keep in mind, we're gonna fill these sides and edges in with thickened epoxy. And then on the back side here, we're going to sand this down just a little bit so it slides in there a little nicer. But we pretty much have what we want. I'm really surprised. I thought I was going to have to do a bunch of hand sanding on this. So a little bit of experience from working on the galley side paid off this time. So that's good. All right. Pretty happy with that. So nothing too complex, just a piece of plywood. Then we're going to coat this with penetrating epoxy, and then we'll fiberglass tab it in place, all that, and then we'll end up painting it eventually. Okay, so one of the next steps we want to do is we want to remove this. So we made index marks like that. So we're going to take this off. I don't really see the point of having two separate pieces like this. So when we make our new one, we'll probably just add this on to the next piece. So they're all one piece instead of two. Don't understand why it's like that, but that's what they decided to do. And we're going to try and make it a little bit better than that. And then we'll get ready to cut that out next. So we already have our lines. We know where we want to cut to. Going across the bulkhead here, I'm really not sure how we're going to do that yet. We'll figure that out. Oh, that's crazy. So they lost the washer. It was stuck on here. So they went ahead and put it together without the washer there. Didn't bother to look where it was stuck at. Man. And then we had the broken bolt here that's not even coming through anymore. So up on top, this is for the rope clutches up on the cockpit decking area. So we're gonna redo this. We're gonna put new bolts in there, and we'll rebed it, everything like that, seal it back up. This is 5200. We'll probably do it with 4200. But yeah, this is one of our projects we have coming up. And this is just scrap wood. I mean, they just totally put a piece of scrap wood in there. I guess we'll hang on to the washer. We'll probably need that. Yeah, this is a really, really thin bulkhead here. I don't even think this is structural, but we're gonna be careful about it anyways. Yeah, it's not even touching. So we'll cut across right here, and then on the top side, we'll cut this out, save this as a pattern, and then once we have access to the top side, I'll take the multi-tool, put the blade down, and then cut across from the inside. We'll figure it out. All right, so we went ahead and put on our first coat of bilge coat paint, and all we're doing is trying to put a barrier in there so that we're going to bond some insulation. Really want to give it a surface to stick to better than the bare fiberglass. It just generally looks better. If we come back in here sometime down the road, we can tell if there's a leak or a crack or something's going on in here. But anyways, that's what we got going on. So just to kind of put it in perspective, that's the area we're working on. And we'll eventually work our way aft once we get those cut out. And as we get pieces replaced here, then we'll tab those in and cut more and work our way back. All right, so we went ahead and got this painted up in here. And it's basically just a visual thing mostly. But what we're going to do is we're going to put high density foam insulation up in here in order to stop condensation from forming, because it's a big open air cavity. And once the plywood is put back in here, it's going to cause condensation because of the temperature differential. This is a very thin tube here. And what it does is the lines lead aft to the rope clutches, stuff like that, because we have the winches and everything in the cockpit. It really changes temperature easily and causes condensation. So we're going to coat everything in there with high density foam insulation, and that should stop that temperature differential. Same thing here. It's very thin, there's no core in it, and so it gets cold really quick. Anyways, long story short, that's what we're going to do. So we had to do a lot of sanding, wiped everything down with acetone, and then prepped it and painted it. So it's going to be really nice. Went ahead and prepped our panel that's going to go in there. It has a heavy coat of penetrating epoxy on it. on both sides, edges, ends, everything. So it's totally sealed, so moisture can't get in it. But one of the other things we want to do is paint the top side of it, because once it goes up in here, it's going to be very hard to get into that forward area right here to paint it and coat it. And all we're really trying to do is protect this from moisture getting into it. We did the same thing on the other side when we were working over there. So we realized it was really hard to paint once it was installed. So this time we painted it before we put it in. Where this goes is it goes up in here something like this, and then it slides into place. I'm not going to knock it all the way in, but basically that's it. And we're going to put a very large amount of thick epoxy in here and in here as well. When we slide it in, it's going to bond it into place. But anyways, that's what it's going to look like. That's basically what we got going on there. So the next step's going to be to add that insulation on there, and then we'll install this into place. But yeah, a little bit at a time. It's coming along. Takes a long time to get to this step, so we made a lot of mess, but it looks good. What do you think, baby?
Good job, honey. Good job. Always.
It's always in the preparation. We want to make sure we always do first pass, final quality. We don't want to come back and do this again. Nope. We want to do it right the first time. We have the time to get it right. There's no prize for first place. So we'll take our time and we'll get it done. But yeah, see, it's nice and sealed up. Looks pretty good. Water doesn't want anything to do with this, right? Right. All right, we have all of our holes located now. And that's it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. We really appreciate it.
All right, so wow, good job, honey.
Yeah, turned out pretty good. That paint in there really makes a difference. And we painted over the area that we repaired and all that stuff. So it just looks a lot better in there now. So what a difference that made painting it. So it doesn't do anything. It's just for aesthetics only. But at least we know that we took the time to make that area look nice. Nobody's ever going to see it once we close it up. But we did that finishing touch to it and just make it look a little bit nicer. finished fitting that forward panel, which turned out really nice. Did not take very much modification to make that fit. So the only modification we really had to do was just trim that little section of fiberglass on the forward section there and allowed it to slide into place just a little bit better. And then we went ahead and protected it with penetrating epoxy and put a couple coats of that on there. Stuff cures now. I don't know what the difference is, but now it seems like we're getting good results with it after you got me that scale. And
Good
so
job.
now we're mixing that penetrating epoxy.
Correctly.
Yeah, we're mixing it correctly, and it makes all the difference in the world. And then we went ahead and painted that with the white bilge coat. Looks pretty nice. It's ready to go when we're ready to put it in there.
So we're getting closer to being able to put some of the overhead.
We went ahead and got that section off back there by the bulkhead. We brought that home, made a new one. We modified it just a little bit. Instead of having 2 pieces to put up there, we just made it into 1. But yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. So it's just really nice that we, have 100 episodes out now. We're monetized. We're really happy about that. We're really thankful for the 2 channel supporters that we have. We have both of the Davids that are supporting our channel financially, which is really nice. We really appreciate that. It's just nice that we're getting a little something for our efforts. So we put a lot of time into these videos, and it's just kind of cool to see a little bit of return on it, right?
Yep.
So, but anyways, that's where
Told
we're
you
at.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we got there.
All right, so thanks for watching, guys. If you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below.
Right down here. Yep. Click that little bell. We appreciate all the new subscribers and all the longtime subscribers as well. And we really value your comments and your input. And we like it when you guys have a little conversation back and forth with us.
Yep, and please watch our video from the very beginning up until the end.
Yep, really makes a difference. Helps us out a lot. If you want to be a channel supporter, you can support us through Patreon. The Patreon link is in the show notes. And also, if you want to support us another way, you can join and be a member through YouTube and support us that way as well. And if none of those apply to you, you can just watch us all the way through, let the commercials play, and we'll get a little bit of something out of it that way as well. So we just appreciate everybody's help getting us this far. We still have a long ways to go, and we're looking forward to that one glorious day when we can finally sail off into the sunset.
All right, so stay tuned, guys. See you to our next week video.
Yep, we'll see you. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, that's it. See you.
So what do you got going on this week, baby? High pressure projects.
Oh,
Hang on.
we have
All right. Dang, if I only hit record. Man.
I think you did.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi, guys.
Welcome
back. That's a good one. I like it. All right. Take 9 billion. All right. And action. Live on the set.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Okay. Played right into that one, didn't I? Okay. Take 2. All right. It looks like it's turning out pretty good, baby. What do you think?
No, what do you think?
So what's up next?
I don't know what's next. Did we record it?
Hang on. Not yet.